cc&d, which was released in the beginning of December. This is the cover, da da da. And I used the shot. The photography was by John Haiku, who happens to be in India right now, because it was the last one that would be before it would actually be released as a ISBN book as well. And it was the idea of somebody looking out like, hey, what's next for the actual issues for the magazine? So that was why I picked, and I saw that would be a cool cover. But I was going to read a bunch of poems from other people on this to close us out. This is a poem by Caroline and Simpson, and it's called The Modigliani Daughter. The Modigliani Daughter. Modigliani Daughter. Here we go. Modigliani painted my portrait. The century before my mother hung the poster on her college dorm room wall. Daydreaming, she stared at my effigy, tall, slender neck, head slightly askew, straight brown hair tied loosely in a bun, long, skinny nose. She stared for hours. In between studying to become the biologist she did, imagining herself to be the wife and mother she would, but never dreaming she'd absorbed Modigliani's crooked ratios, and years later would conjure me up, the Modigliani daughter, graceful and severe. Caroline Simpson. Thank you, Caroline. Take it from me. I'm just going to take all the short ones and put them in here. I've got the full issue on this thing if anybody wants to see this. This is a poem by Jeff Stinson called Lonely. He reminds me of stained restroom floors and adult bookstores from the 1980s. I go to his house for our first date. His bedroom has a solo, exposed light bulb hanging from the ceiling on an unstable string, and I know how it feels. He playfully tells me to shut up, even though I wasn't speaking, and strangely, I do. He kisses me with violent lips, and I feel like we are at war. I notice his ankle bracelet, the kind signed by the courts. I later look online and find he is a sex offender and the best date I've had in months. It is so fun. I've got two of them here, and I'm going to give you another one from Jeff Stinson because he's just that awesome. Because sometimes if I got a couple good ones, I'll put them in the same issue. Like in 2014, going through and looking for things from Bill Euro to read, I was like, I like this one, and I like this one, and I like this one. I'm like, I would like to pick two to appear in every issue in 2014. So, I can do that because I'm the boss lady editor girl, so I can do that. So there was two in this issue from Jeff Stinson. This one's a sadder one. This is called The Doctors Were Wrong. I put the open end of the gun into my mouth. It tastes like New Year's Eve, party horns, hats, and whistles. I weep blood as it goes off. Tears splatter on my unfinished poems. The doctors were wrong. There was something wrong with me. Jeff Stinson. That's what I get for holding the Noah tablet thing. This one, I believe, Bob Rashkow read another one from Neal Wilgus, Truth Fairy, I believe you read. But this, because it was funny because you were saying after the apocalypse with the references because the end of the thing came, what is also funny because we're in December now. This is Apocalyptic Haiku from Neal Wilgus. Procrastination. World will end in December. Put it off till then. Sure, Neal, thank you, Neal. I know, so yeah, don't we all feel it? Oh, yeah. This is a poem from George Gott, and it's called A Suggestion. We were living together as lovers. Also, we ate spaghetti and meatballs and drank a cup of wine now and then. That is all I have to say. As I suggest, we were lovers. Thank you, George. I've got two. Oh, these are, well, all right, they're shorter and they're sad because Mel Waldman seems to do that, and he pulls on your heartstrings because I'm assuming that he is a psychiatrist in New York. Just because I've read so much of his stuff, and I'm guessing that people spill their life stories to him. I don't know, but Mel Waldman, I took these, and these are two of the haikus or short poems that appear in the November-December issue of cc&d V246. This one is Lost. They're asking about me. This is Lost by Mel Waldman. Lost in the vast snow, last man in my universe, breathing snow and death. This one's called Buried in the Snow by Mel Waldman. Buried in the snow, alone in the vastness, the sun melts my coffin. Maybe something else. I'm sorry. Yeah. Thank you, I know. But how you don't have movie stuff? I know. But thank you very much. And I've got, hey, the thing about, I might as well do, I'm trying to see what ones are here. Oh, I've got all sorts of ones. This one actually is from Roger Cohen. And I believe he lives in the Chicagoland area because he appears in the Chicago Post section of cc&d magazine. Because anybody that submits stuff to cc&d, poetry or prose, if you're in the Chicago area, it'll actually get into a section called the Chicago Post. And I believe he is in vaguely the Chicagoland area. Roger Cohen. Roger Cohen, this one is your poem. This is called The Secret Jar. These things are yours. These burdens you carry around like so much ash. You own them just as they, in turn, own you. What you inherit, you pass down in the same manner as they were passed to you. You place your inheritance in a jar, bury it in some deep place in the soul's garden. Watch it grow year by year. Roger Cohen. C-O, like Leonard Cohen? C-O-W-I-N. It might be Cowin. Oh, it might be Leonard Cohen. You're absolutely right. It's not C-O-H-E-N. Well, you know, because people. And you look at my name, K-U-Y-P-E-R-S. I've gotten Kuypers, Kuypers, and like it's Kuypers, rhymes with hyper. Seems kind of fitting, you know. But I mean, like, you know, so Roger, Cohen, Roger, that was your poem. I'm sorry. I think I can master this name. This is Kelley Jean White, M.D. This is Morality Tale. Oh, wait, this is a dog and cat one. This is a pets one. This is Morality Tale. The dog and the cat were the best of friends. The dog was grateful for the friendship, as none of his dog friends had cat friends of their own. He often offered her his dish of food or a freshly dug up bone. She was not interested in these gifts. She turned away and washed her face vigorously. He wagged his tail at her and barked when she walked by. She found this behavior alarming. She hissed a bit, then stretched and went on sitting. In the sun, bemused by the ways of dogs. Then he, still wagging his tail, ate her food. Thank you, Kelley. Other than showing artwork. Oh, this is probably a moodier one. This one is Holiday. And I'm not going to sing the Madonna song. Because it was Holiday. Oh, nope, I almost did. Sorry. This is, and I had artwork that appeared in the issue, but that's just the way it is. This is a short one called In the End. The descendants of laboratory rats, of humanity, crude, pumped from Arlington Cemetery. Compared to the oil the dinosaurs left behind, the waste will seem limitless, even to environmentalists. Holiday. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm looking at this one to show that yes, there was artwork. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it didn't bother to say, hey, there was artwork. I didn't put the, hey, Edward Margolo during Supernowitz, and Peter LaBerge, and Aaron Wilder, and Cheryl Townsend, who have been around for so long, and hey, David J. Townsend had a few pieces in there. So there's a bunch of cool stuff in the issue. If anybody's interested, come and bug me for it. If anybody wanted to submit writing, get my email because I love reading stuff, apparently. From stuff to put in magazines.